Welcome everybody to my first half-assed review. Today we'll be looking at InFlux. My name is Trailander with Gamingjester, and we're going to dive right into this game. As you can see, it's quite beautifully rendered. That's unfortunately might be the only good thing about the game. So I'm going to the standard video options here, VSync, texture quality. I got everything kind of maxed out. They got some colorblind modes here. You can flip through them. I am not colorblind, so I'm not sure what I'm supposed to be seeing, but there they are. As you can see, controls are not very complicated. I have forward, back, left, right, attract, repel, boost, zoom. That's it. That's all as complicated as this game gets. We'll get into it. Okay, so we're going to go back. So I'm about halfway through the game, so we've got about 6 levels, it looks like. And I'm about halfway through the game. So we'll just load it up. So the concept of this game is kind of exploratory platforming puzzle. Unfortunately, I don't think it does any individual one well enough. They got some good game mechanic here. That seems like it would be a lot of fun, but I don't think they really pushed it far enough. So the basic thing is I can repel and attract certain objects. In this case, rocks. I have been able to move some tree branches, open some doors, and you can move these orbs around in the puzzles. And that's about it. I wish there was more to it so far, but there hasn't been. So in general, you roll around. To get from puzzle to puzzle, you have to do this kind of exploratory to begin with. And you're looking for these little glowing orbs. Here's 2 of them. And once you attract them to you, they stay with you. So you can pick them up, and then you move around. So I'm going to boost. This is how you get around faster. You get this, I think, halfway through the 2nd level. So it just allows you to tear across some space here. Which, during the exploratory level, is necessary to get into certain areas. Or at least it certainly makes things easier. So I just hop over this rock, and there's another one behind this box. Grab that. So you could boost around, you repel, and you attract. So that's attracting, that's repelling, and you can do them kind of crazy like this. This has accomplished nothing, and it's not even that bad. You can actually hold them both, and it kind of pulses both, but it doesn't seem equally powered, so don't expect it to be. You won't be able to like hold an object still with these 2. So the goal is to get these orbs to the little staff thing, the light, the lantern, if you will, and it opens up the portal. You can see how it's kind of wavy now. That is a puzzle, so we're going to go on into this puzzle. Now this puzzle in specific is a platformer, so it's less puzzle, more jumping around. So the goal is to get to the other side so you can leave the other end of the puzzle. The next puzzle, which isn't too far away, is an actual puzzle. It's moving an orb around. We'll get to that in a second. But we'll start with this one. Here we got some fans. If you fall to your doom, you go back to your checkpoint. There are no lives, no health or anything. So the goal is to... I'm probably not going to make it because I'm not high enough. You got to do it quicker than I did it. So I'm going to fall. It's going to teleport me back up to the top. And I'll try again. So you come down. You're going to hit, and you're going to bounce back up and just teleport to and you're going to have to jump to the other side. There you go. And I'm here. And last one. Oh, I'm probably not going to make this one now. No, I made it. Excellent. So there's been a lot of glitches and bugs. Let me walk over here so I can get the... this is a checkpoint. Half the time I tear through these walls. And it's been very frustrating to clip through objects like walls, because they're important. I expect to be able to bounce off a wall, and instead I'll go straight through it. There's some issues with where the checkpoints are, so you can actually get to this checkpoint by falling off to your doom to the left. In fact, I'm going to attempt to go to the top left directly. If I fail, half the time I'll just teleport to the end and win, even though I didn't actually manage the jumps. I'll fall to my death and then win immediately. The goal of this part is this purple thing behind me will launch me to the first one. And then once I'm in the air, I'm supposed to go to the one on the top right-hand corner and then jump to the top left and then to the end directly across from me. Instead, I'm going to leap up into the air, I'm going to shoot to the back left and then go to the front. So I don't know if you can consider that cheating, because if they didn't want you to do it, it would probably be tilted higher, not lower, so you can't do it. But the falling to your doom and still winning isn't great. You can kind of see the graphics are good. They're very pretty. I have maxed out graphics, but you see that they're glitchy as well. If you look at the bottom 2 glass panes, directly, or actually all 4 of those panes, you can see them kind of like glitching in and out as I move, and that's not good. I don't know what to say. It's awkward, to say the least. Alright, so I'm gonna leave. We'll see how we go. I'll probably fall and not make it, but we'll try anyways. Alright, so I'm gonna leap that way, bounce off the glass, and that way. Nope, I made it, and that's it. So yeah, I beat that puzzle, in quotes, whatever that puzzle was. So now I'm here. The goal again, pick up the orbs, because you got to get to the next puzzle. So let's go ahead and get to the next puzzle. This is about all the game has. This is as complicated as it gets. It doesn't get much harder that I've seen. Some of the platforming can get frustrating, as platformers do sometimes. Just trying to get the character to move the correct way. And the controls aren't that great. You would expect the ball to be a little more forgiving, I guess is the word I'm looking for. I'm not really sure, but it doesn't move the way you'd expect it to. You don't have the same amount of pressure that you would like. I've fallen into water and wasn't able to move at all. The water would be looking like it's moving very slowly, but it's actually like a torrent that you can't fight against in any which way, shape, or form, and you're just stuck up against a rock, and I've had to reset the game. I've fallen through the world a number of times, which has been very disappointing. So while it's very mellow, it's very calm, you can kind of hear the music, it's very easygoing. The amount of glitches that I found so far have been, I don't know, like I said, disappointing is the word I use the most. Overall, it's a pretty game, it's nice, it's fairly straightforward and easy. I'm not sure if it meets any of the requirements that I would call it a good game, in my opinion. Again, these are always just my opinions. Here is the puzzle level. So down below me you'll see an orange dot. We'll go down there in a second and get to it. That is an orange orb. Just turn down the volume here. I don't know why it's so loud. I got it down at like 15%. Jesus. Alright. Let's go back. Alright, so the goal is to get that orange orb into that orange box. Fairly straightforward. It's not incredibly difficult to do. In fact, most of these puzzles have taken less than about 5 minutes to beat. The most complicated one I've done so far had 2 orbs. It was a green orb and an orange orb, and you had to get each orb to where it's supposed to go. Again. Nope, it went too far to the left, so let's try again. In this case, I just want to get the orb up there, and then I'll follow it up. There we go. And I'm up. Nope, I'm down. So, I mean, that's the full limit of this game. To this point. Now, I do want to be fair and say that this is a half-ass review, meaning I've only played about half of the game. So I don't know if there's a dramatic change in difficulty later into the game. I probably won't play it that far to find out, honestly. So you'll have to rely on somebody else for that, or just playing it yourself, which it's not a terrible game. I got it in a bundle, so it's, you know, it's probably worth the 58 cents it cost me to have. Let's see here. Okay. So I'm trying to look around and figure out the puzzle real quick. I got the, you can only go in from the top on this one. Looks like you can see the difference in the so I want to get up there. I'm gonna tilt this room by stepping on the blue thing. I want to be able to rotate. I think that's fine. I think I want it. Yeah, it's fine right here. So just push him over there. And I'm gonna go tilt this. And then I'm gonna launch back over there to be back with the orb. There we go. Now I got my box above me. So I should be able to... Let's see, I want to get on top of that. Let's go this way, orb. There we I need to just flip this one more time, and I should be good to go. Like I said, fun game, easy going. Not a whole lot of craziness to it. It's a simple game. Probably be a little bit more fun with if they would put this mechanic to use more. I really feel like they could have done more. Let's just launch myself over there. There we go. And now I should be able to drag this orb over to that box and be done with this puzzle. There seems to be about 4 of these puzzle rooms per level, 4 or 5. There you go. It just kicks you out. And there we go. So I beat that one now. Oh, there's a whale. Very nice. Like I said, it's very pretty. It's a very attractive game. They've got some excellent textures, in my opinion. They got some great textures. I was looking at the textures comparing this to Shadow Mortal, which I just finished playing, and it's not that far off. It's a very great on the texture side. Oh, I just pulled that line off there. A lot of these holes you can't fall into, so don't bother trying. But it looks like this one will actually just push you up. So I can probably launch myself. Probably need to jump in here a little higher though. Yeah, that's not gonna work. The whale go? It's way over there. I hate to say it. Overall, I find the game to be very boring. I won't be playing anymore after this. I will be done. There's just not enough to the game to hold my attention for very long. The exploring part, while very pretty, a lot of people like doing these kind of things, and I do myself. I expect there to be more to the exploration than just random wandering. Like, I can move this boulder, and I can move the boulder back there, but there was no point to moving either boulder. It doesn't gain me anything, it doesn't do anything. In fact, none of the boulders I've ever moved so far have done anything of use. I've moved a single bridge into position once, and I have pushed a door open. And then otherwise it's for moving the orbs, and that's it. Inside the puzzles. That's the only real useful thing I've found them to do. Where does this go? Okay, so going to the bottom of a pit of rocks kills me, I guess. For no reason. Fine, whatever. Like I need a reason at this point. Mostly it's a low-level platformer with the low-level puzzles. And if you expect much more than that, you're going to be disappointed. That's about it. It's you're exploring to try and find all the little orbs. Like, it looks like I missed one. There's one down over in that corner. And that's it. That's the exploration part. The puzzles are not difficult. It's a matter of either platforming, or it's a matter of low-end, simple puzzles of moving an orb around. Trying to get it inside the boxes. And that's it. That's the entire 100% concept of the game, up to around 50% of the game. Now, if there's a dramatic game shift halfway, a little bit past halfway, or some other point in the game, then so be it. But I feel like they're going to lose most of their audience in the meantime, with people not willing to sit through looking for all these things without more entertaining options happening at the same time. Like I said, some more uses with the magnetics would have been great. It's a great, fun ability to play with. I like playing with it. I like using it. But like I said, I can move this rock. I'm gonna put this rock in this hole over here, and guess what? Nothing happens. It's down there now. That's the most I can accomplish with that rock. I can push it there, or I can push it into the the water. See, I didn't even need all the orbs. That one's still floating around. Looks like I'm supposed to go in there. Yep, and it spits me out. Well, that was disappointing too. Why? Why would it do that? I guess I was supposed to make it through, and I failed. So I guess that, and the graphics are nice, but there's a lot of glitches. And there's a lot of falling through the world. I have fallen through the world 5 different times, and I've gone through walls a dozen or so times. Just launching around like you're supposed to, like using the mechanic, and I'll fall through the world. Oh, not that time. That was my fault. That's just bad skill. I'm not that great at platformers to begin with, so I might be a little unnecessarily harsh to the game too. So bear that in mind. You know, a little bit of salt or whatever they say. Okay, so that's a wall. I clearly hit that wall. Oh, I just clipped to that ground too. I don't know what I'm supposed to do then. I must have missed something here. Because I have... No, I don't know. Honestly, I'm not that interested in figuring it out. This is probably the hardest puzzle I've had all day, and it's more like it's just hitting me too long. I don't know why. Rather than any great, complex goal. Well, that didn't used to... Oh, you can kind of see through the ground sometimes too, which is bad. I've got another orb with me again. Maybe I just need to put that orb in there. Alright, so let's try again. Nope. I don't know what's going on there. But I'm not interested enough to figure it out. So, that's it. This is my first half-assed review. Hope you enjoyed it. If you have any comments or would like to see any other games played, especially indie games, I'm very fond of jumping into these things and trying them out. Let me know in the comments below. Feel free to subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.